Welcome to President Zelensky.
Good evening.
Hello, hello. So, shall we get started right away? Thank you for joining us. So, let's talk about today's news, which is European Union accession. The EU has recommended that the bloc open negotiations for membership with you. When do you expect that Ukraine will be in the European Union?
Thank you so much. Yes, today is a successful day. But if I can use such word during the war, but anyway, our fighting is for democracy, for freedom, is the same values which we share with EU leaders, EU countries, people who live in EU. So so for today, that we have very good recommendations, but the result to open this dialogue about membership, this will be the decision. This decision will be, I think, on 14th, 15th December. So it will be the next step. After those steps will be dialogue, and dialogue. I don't know how long it will be. Nobody knows, but that is a very important signal today, that recommendations including reforms, first of all, reforms in Ukraine. That's a good signal that even during the war we can do all we can, all the best we can, and we do it, and for us it's very important. Now we have some law about special anti-SAPOS, special anti-corruption prosecutor, and some questions with it, but it's the new law, and it's already been registered in the parliament, and I hope our parliamentarians in the closest time will vote for this law. It's the new step. We didn't need it for this moment, but anyway, again, I can repeat it. First of all, our people, our heroes, our soldiers, what we do, work or fight, we do it for us, and the reforms is the same. This is also fighting with the old system, and that's why we do it for us. Of course, we need it for EU to be the member of EU, but first of all, we do it for us, for our people. We need it. Anti-corruption infrastructure will be done. It's almost done. And the sort what we need, we need to make a decision, jointly decision with EU members and G7 countries also, how to use Russian assets for innovating. That is also very important, because I understand, and I'm very thankful, United States, EU members and other countries who are in all the world, they really help us from first days of this full-scale war. It was crucial, important, not to be alone against Russian tyranny, but they are with us. But for today, if Russia attacked us during all these years, almost 2 years of full-scale war, attacked us and destroyed our, from infrastructure to energy infrastructure to houses, just apartments, people lives, why, if they attacked, why we can't use these assets? And we began to work on it. We have progress in it. We began to use now interests from some of these assets. But we need joint decision to hold this money, which are frozen now, and to take this money for innovation, because Russia destroyed. It means that Russia had to pay for this, and I think that is. It's very important for us, and I think for the world also. I'm sure that we will have success. It's difficult. Sometimes it sounds like something, fantastic, but like I said, nobody believed at the beginning of the war that we can manage this war and we can destroy Russian army. We did it. Now, there are some difficulties. When some people or some, I don't know who, that when they said that we can't on quick steps of counteroffensive. But you have to know that in each steps there are, first, motivation, people, ammunition. And when we count, for example, for one volume of ammunition, and we get half, for example, so it doesn't mean that I'm not thankful. No, I'm thankful to all the leaders, really. I know that without your help, without United States, leaders of Europe, we couldn't manage this result, what we have for today. It's real. But you have also understand that there are so many bad surprises, crisis. Can be crisis in some parliament or in Congress. The decision are making a little bit slowly. Then, of course, our soldiers came on the south and saw a lot of minefields because we waited for ammunition 7 months, really. And Russia used this time to undermine, yes, in English, to mine all this. But I just want to tell you one thing. So I'm sure in our people, and first days of the war, we've been together, people and army, and we showed all the world our unity. And I think that is important not to lose it. And on this unity, there is a big influence, not only in our country, there is a big influence on the West. Leaders of the West, leaders in Europe, United States, and your attitude Congress of the United States, and their attitude, not. Of course, it's difficult when you have now the war on the Middle East, and nobody knows when it will finish, and nobody knows the result of this tragedy. But you have to know if everybody been focused on Ukraine previous year, now you see the dividing focus. Yes, so a lot of challenges, and that's why there are some slow processes. We'll try to show the result this year, and for us it's very important because we lose people each day. It's not because of some movie, some show. I mean that we don't need to surprise everybody in the world. Yes, we need for ourselves try not to lose each day, because each day we are losing people. Less than Russians. That's good news, but less people. But people is very bad news. If Ukraine will be broken by Russia, you will see millions of victims and dozens of millions of immigration. Yeah. So that's other things, and the war will go to other NATO countries after Ukraine. It's a fact. We have all documents from intelligence, and we always share these documents with our partners, and they understand that the risk is so high of this full-scale war, and the crisis on the Middle East, it's a part of the global idea of Russia, and now Russia with Iran, and that's a fact that any president who will be, I don't know, will help Ukraine. But if the plan is to stop the war and to manage it very quickly, just to manage it, just to fix it for yourself, and doesn't matter what the price, our people, our sovereignty, our independence, our structure of our brains, of our heads, of our souls, yes, not to be free, if that is the price. So we will be, of course, we will not support such people who share such things. as difficult. Yeah, you understand? If United States will change the position, if changing some leaders in some institutions, including Congress or White House, if something will be like this, and if it will change your foreign policy, so what can I say? Okay, we will fight. Okay, we will fight without you, but you have to understand our people. We will do it, because for us, freedom, it's the most important value what we have, the most important, and nobody can take it off, and nobody will get, even if big leaders trying to push us to this, to this decision. Russian soldiers have to go to their own sovereign land. First of all, they have to go out, because this is real way to stop the war. They have to go out, and after that we can begin diplomatic platform or way how to finish the war. That's written in the peace formula. There are 10 points of peace formula, but I don't want now deeply go to the peace formula. I know all these points. It consists of how to decrease 10 big challenges of the war. But for today, what is important? To go out of our land, and they will do it. We are open for any voices, not Russian, from any voices, including our partners and including Brazil, United States, China, Africa. And we involve them to our peace formula. We said that we can share your ideas. It's normal. We are free. And it's not dogma that only our 10 points and that's it. Yes, our 10 points, but with your proposition, please. But everything has to be based on one idea. Otherwise, we'll never find solution on one idea.